Hello everyone. This is Doris with Genesis Farm in Georgia, coming to you to show you how we are going to build a greenhouse. I had a wonderful friend of mine who decided that she was going to help me when she found out I was trying to take on this project on my own. Um, and she came over to help me. What a blessing. What a blessing she was. Because I could not have done this by myself, especially in the length of time that we got the foundation laid. It would have taken me a whole lot longer. But we did it. We got it laid. And I enjoyed working with her. Now, we are not contractors by any means, and we really didn't know what we were doing. At least I didn't, and she didn't either. But I've been looking at this for quite some time. I saved the windows that we're going to use to put in the greenhouse, and the blocks and things. I had some of them already there. I went and purchased some others. Some of the others, but it came along. This is not the same day. This is the second day, and we're getting it done. The ground is not that hard, so it was easy to dig out the portions. Of course, it was manual labor, but we didn't mind doing it, and my girlfriend she just really blew me away, watching how hard she worked to help me. It's hard to find people like that in the world today, but there are good people out there. We just have to look for the good in everybody. Now, I am a lot further along in this greenhouse now, and you'll see that, but I wanted to come and show you how we started it, and to let you see what it takes to do this, because you can do it too. If there's something you want to do, you put your mind to doing, and you can do it. I've been contemplating building this greenhouse for about 2.5 years now, and now it's coming to fruition. So I am very, very excited about it, and want to get it done. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I've added some music to it, and I do some talking in the videos. So I'm just going to let you all enjoy watching us work and listening to the music. Okay? Okay, I forgot to get footage of this, but we just did. This is the bottom of 2 of the walls that's going to go on the greenhouse, just the bottom part. These are the slats for the other 2 trestles, walls that I have to build. I brought my wood in from outside so that it would not get wet. It's a rainy day today, so I didn't want to, and this is some of the other wood that I'm gonna use once we put this door in. We've got to build two of these to go on each side of the door, so I'm gonna use this wood to make those blocks at the bottom. But this is gonna be the framing for the top. So what I'm getting ready to do now is go eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and start actually doing the framing for the windows. And I've got to go get the windows, clean them off, and bring them in out of the rain, so that they won't start getting bad laying on that ground. So I will come back and okay, so here I am building the walls and laying the windows in the walls, so that when I get ready to put the walls up, the windows will go in like they're supposed to, because the windows have to be cut. Some of them have to be cut, and some of them I could just lay in there. But it's the walls I didn't want to be too heavy for me to put up if I had to put them up by myself. So I decided to build the walls on the floor, fit the windows to them, and then put the walls, the frame up by itself, and then put the windows in once I got the frame up. That way, if I didn't have any help doing it, then it wouldn't be a problem for me, because that can be real heavy. It's heavy without the windows in. So you can imagine what it would be like with me trying to put it up with the windows in. And I didn't want to break the glass because I've been saving them for so long. It wouldn't be smart of me to try to put those walls up with the windows in there. So I'm going to build the walls, and you'll see. It's not that hard. It's really, and that's my dog. He whining, wanted to come outside too, but he doesn't really like the rain, so he won't go out the garage because he doesn't want to get wet. But yeah, I'm going to let you watch me do the walls. Okay, so here you see once I got the windows fitting the way I wanted them fit, then I screwed my 2x4s in place, and then I took a pencil and I wrote on the windows what wall they were in. I did wall A, B, C, D, and I wrote what side, left, center, top, bottom, that type of thing on the windows and on the frames, so I would know what windows go where. Okay, so this is where the tedious work starts. because you saw me have, I pulled the table saw out. So the windows look like they're sitting on top of the other windows. I had to cut those windows so that they would fit. And you'll see how I cut them so that they could fit down in there. Um, and they fit really well um, inside the frame. Uh, that's me cutting them over on the table saw. I wanted it outside because it was a lot of sawdust and smoke, so I didn't want to be breathing all that inside the garage. So I set the table saw outside, and it worked pretty good. Cutting the windows were easy. I only broke one because I cut it too close um, to the glass. But once I broke that one, I didn't break any more because I could tell where the glass started and began at that point. So it worked pretty good. And what an appropriate change of music. Wonderful, joyous, because my friend showed up to help me some more. And it was great having her there. We put the crush and run in the blocks and started filling the blocks with the concrete. And we got quite a bit done that day. So it was a very productive day. And I am so grateful, so blessed to have such a friend. And now we're mixing the concrete. I thank God for blessing me with the golf cart because there was no way that we would have been able to um, bring that concrete back there by carrying it. Those are 80-pound bags, and they were very, very heavy. So we were able to drive them back there on the golf cart and uh, put them over in the wheelbarrow um, to mix the concrete, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, I finished that wall and finished framing the bottom part with the siding. Well, not the siding, but the plywood. I am going to put some type of siding on that so that it's protected from the weather. I haven't decided what yet, but probably some regular siding planks, but we'll see. So stay tuned for the rest of it. It's coming along, and as I put the siding on and all the other trimmings, it's making the walls very sturdy. And that's the back wall. I'll start on that next. Okay. Hello, this is Genesis Farm Homestead coming to you from Georgia. And I have gotten 2 walls put in, 2 walls of windows, the side wall on the right and the back wall. Ran into an issue yesterday that slowed me down. My saw broke and I had to stop and fix it. It took me about 2 hours to fix it. Well, not really 2 hours, maybe an hour, but still it slowed me down. But I have that wall to put up. I also ran into an issue with the windows back here on this side. I initially cut the wall on this side was for 30-inch windows, and when I put the wall up, I had to shorten it because it was going off the side of the blocks. So now I couldn't get my windows in there. The windows that go in there were these. They're 30 by 37. And they would not fit in there. So I had to go get some other windows. Prayerfully, I had 2 other windows that I was able to cut down to 25. And I cut those down to 25 and stuck them in there, and they work. And I'll use these 2 over here. Since I haven't built this wall yet, I'll build this wall to fit those 2 in. The 2 openings at the top, there's a twin fan set that's Bluetooth, not Bluetooth, solar, on Amazon. I'm gonna get those and put those up there, and then in the front I'm gonna put 2 vents down in the bottom down there, and 1 vent over here at the top over on the left side of the wall. And that should be enough ventilation, I think, especially with the 2 at the bottom. I may put 1 more down over here at the bottom. But I've got to figure out something to do with the front glass, because I want to put the front door in, but I've got to fill that in first and try to get my floor done before I put the front on. So my next project is going to be to get those 2 walls done and get the windows in, and to finish the back at the bottom and do it like I did this side. I'm going to put some insulation in there because I'm trying to build up the floor so that in the wintertime the greenhouse will stay warm. Most of your air come in at the bottom because heat rises, but most of your air is going to cool your greenhouse off. From what I've been looking at on YouTube and reading in books and things of that sort, they said make sure the bottom of your greenhouse is insulated, because the sun is going to heat the glass enough that it will keep the air at the top of the greenhouse warm. But if the bottom is cold and you've got concrete floors and towel and all that stuff in the floor, then you're not going to have any heat rising from the floor. So you need to insulate it so that when it heats the glass and the inside gets warm, your floor will also be warm and the greenhouse will stay at a nice warm temperature throughout the year. So that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm trying to do. Most of my money is going into the polycarbonate roofing that I'm gonna put on. I'm not real sure where I'm gonna get it from. I priced it at several different places. There's several different types of polycarbonate roofing. Some is thinner than others, and some cost more and some cost less. So I'm still doing my research on that, but I will keep you guys posted. And my winter vegetables are doing just fine. My collards are not growing as much as they did last year. Last year this time, my collards were huge, and for some reason these are not. They're not producing really well at all. My onions over there are doing okay. I got a late start this year because I was messing with this greenhouse and trying to get this area all mulched up and get it ready for next year, because I want to plant a lot of watermelon here. I'll get these leaves blown off, and I was trying to get this bed ready so that I could be able to plant my watermelon and my cantaloupe and all that stuff in it. I've also been working on getting the field. This field I've still got to work on. It's another field there, but if you can look way down there, I've got that cleared out because I want to try and get some goats and some pigs eventually, and move my meat chickens down there. So that's the plan. It's a work in progress. By the grace of God, if I stay committed to Him and His will for me, then these things will come to pass. So stay with me, and God bless you. Have a wonderful year. Bye. Okay, I did get quite a bit done today. I'm tired. I'm ready to go in the house. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat, but let me show you what I got done. I finished the backside. The backside bottom and the windows. Still have to get my vents, my fans to go in these two windows up here. And at the top in those little small spots, I'm just gonna put plexiglass. And over here, I got all of these in. Battery low. Well, my phone is saying my battery is low, so I'm gonna see if I can finish. I got all of these in, and I've got this one window is going to be able to lift up to open. I've got to put get my hinges for it, and put some weather stripping down here to close it in, and fix the side over here so that it's not, so that there's nothing coming out. I'm gonna put a latch on the inside where I can lock it. I think I'm gonna take this little piece right here off. I'm not sure yet, but it's gotta be cleaned up, and the whole thing has gotta be painted. But I finished framing this out so that I can put my siding on over here. So we're ready for the siding on this side, and up there I've got to find a window for there and 2 windows for up there. So I've got to measure that and look for those windows. I think I'll measure that before I go in the house. And then I'm going to take the loader tomorrow if I feel like it when I get off work tomorrow. I'll take the loader up there on the hill and get some dirt and start dumping it in here so I can compact it in so we can start on this front to put the door and the other glasses in, the other windows and glasses. I have glass that go in the bottom up here that's already tinted. It's real pretty. I hope it works. I don't know if that cloud is going to come out of that one window back there. I sure hope it does. I hope that comes off. Look like it will. I'll see. But this is it. And if you like what you see, subscribe, hit that bell so you can see the finished product. Because we've got a lot more to do. We have to put on a roof. We have to put the footing around the outside for the barrels, for the rain barrels, and some beds. This whole area is going to be mulched. We've got a lot going on. Let me go and put my door back up to my garden so that the rabbits and stuff don't get in here and eat up my celery and cabbage. Okay. Alrighty. So stay tuned. Hit the like, share, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.